Another thing we as medics need to start thinking about is how to be tactically minded. Now watch this next clip.
This video shows a man trying to break into an ambulance in the middle of Pelham Parkway Thursday night around 8:30 while first responders try to pull away. He was actually a patient that EMS were called to help 20 minutes before. Paramedics had found him unresponsive and treated him in the back of the ambulance. Then he woke up and got aggressive.
He became aggravated and violent. He started punching the EMT in the back. He spit on him.
The two first responders called police for backup. The FDNY says the patient forced his way out of the ambulance, then tried to get back in. He eventually succeeded, and you can see one EMS responder run out the back.
They're shaken up, but they're okay. These EMTs that you saw last night, they're working for $17 an hour, risking their life. That's almost $2 above minimum wage. It is horrific. That's why thousands of EMTs leave this job.
Now, if this was me in that situation and somebody's trying to come through that side door of that ambulance and I see an arm coming through, I'm going to be stomping that arm. I'm going to be hitting that arm with a kidney basin or anything that I've got on hand to keep that person from unlocking that door. And if he does get it unlocked and starts to come in, I'm going to post up and I'm going to Spartan kick his ass right outside that door, right? I'm not going to let him in there. I'm going to defend that like the breach of Sparta. I need to make sure that I am thinking ahead and I'm able to fight when it's necessary or run away like he did. And maybe that's your best bet. Maybe you don't really want to fight. Maybe you don't want to take that risk and running is your best option. That is always a fantastic option. Everybody needs to make sure that they have in their own mind that line that needs to get crossed for them to fight and for when they need to run. Sometimes you need to call in your tactical retreat, and there's nothing dishonorable about it. You live to fight another day. That's what a good warrior will do. All right, now let's wrap this up with a list of what we can do to get ourselves better prepared for taking care of people as medics. First thing that you need to learn, grappling. Try Krav. Krav is a good one. I highly recommend Jiu-Jitsu. Obviously, I really enjoyed it. Judo is a fantastic one. Whatever it is, find a fighting sport, grappling of some kind, so you can learn to control someone else's body and keep someone else from controlling your body. The second one is how to defend yourself against a weapon attack, a knife or a blunt object and somebody's hands. These are all things that you need to learn to fight against, and you need to practice this stuff. You don't want to, the first time that you're doing this, when someone's actually got a knife and they're coming after you. Have you ever tried to fight inside of a vehicle? It sucks. There's no room. You're cramped in a corner. It is horrible. Again, not one of those things you want to be doing for the first time when you're doing it for real. Do it when you're not going to die and you got someone who can help you to learn. Number 4 is going to be verbal judo. How do we talk our way out of this situation? If I can talk someone down and I don't actually have to touch them, they don't have to touch me, and I don't have to fight and risk myself, that's all the better. How do we de-escalate this situation and turn a bad one into a better one? Having those good communication skills are going to be essential. And that's going to lead us into number 5, keeping your ego in control. Yes, I know you have a hard job being out there and dealing with some of the people that you have to day in and day out, and you got things going on at home, and that carries over to work. And sometimes people pop off at you and you're angry and you're tired of it and you're burnt out and you're exhausted and you just want to snap on that person. Trust me, I get it. But this is a really important part of making sure that you keep your ego in check so that you aren't popping off at somebody at the wrong time and making the situation boil over. So keeping our egos in check and keeping a very professional personality as we go through our job and profession, of course. Number 6 is the last one that we got on this list, and I highly recommend that you take a course on weapon familiarization. It's important for you to know how a weapon functions so that you can make it safe. Pretty often you will get casualties and patients that are in your ambulance who have weapons on them, and you need to keep those weapons out of their reach and keep them locked away from them, get them passed over to the law enforcement or whatever you need to do. But you need to keep those weapons out of reach. And understanding how weapons work, especially different types of firearms, might be important for you as a medic and being well-rounded and keeping yourself safe, your crew safe, your patient safe, and all of everybody around you safe as well. If you have a personal story about when you have been attacked by a patient or a person who has not within their right mind, Drop it in a comment down below and let us all learn from that experience and what you learned from that experience and what you could have done better in that situation, what you're proud of or what you did. Anything that you've got, let us know so that we can all learn from it here in the community and become better, well-rounded medics, take care of our patients. I appreciate everybody sticking out, watching this video. Be ready for whatever the mountain throws at you. Don't forget to head over to mountainmanmedical.com and check out our Yellowstone and Wind River trauma kits. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
I truly think we need to be more appreciative of the healthcare people that work.